Guys, it's Sarah, and today we are going to talk about some TV series, and these are series that I have watched before, start to finish. I have seen the entirety of them, but they are shows that I would watch again from start to finish and just completely binge watch the entire thing. And the idea for this came up because one of my favorite shows of all time, which is Dexter, is coming back. And there were 8 seasons originally, and then it was done. And now they are coming back and doing a limited time, just one little season type thing. They did the same thing with Prison Break, which I watched and really liked. So when this was announced just now, like a few weeks ago, I flipped out. I was so excited. And it made me want to watch the series again. And I had been thinking about doing that at some point anyway. Like, this is just one of the shows I've always said I would rewatch from the beginning. And now I have the perfect excuse to do that. And I'm going to. Now, this is not slated to come out until next year. So I don't even know if they started filming yet. They just announced it. So I'm not sure where they are in their process with it, but it is going to be like a limited thing. But I'm so excited. I can't even handle it. It just one of my all-time favorite shows ever. And I'm totally going to rewatch the whole thing. So my list isn't very long because, watching a TV series takes time. It's a lot of time out of your life to do that. But these are just shows that I just loved so much and that I would want to spend more time in those, I guess, worlds or series or, experiences again, because I loved them so much the first time around. And so these are just kind of the ones that I know for sure I would watch again. So the first one, like I said, is Dexter. And the reason I love Dexter so much is because he is such a complex character. He works for the Miami Police Department. He is a blood spatter analyst. Splatter. So he can look at crime scenes, see where the blood has splatted, and make some conclusions from that about, where the person was hit, how hard they were hit, when they were hit, kind of the timeline of the crime based on the trail of the blood and where it's going. It was really, really fascinating, that part of it. His adopted sister is a detective in the police department as well. All of his friends are policemen. He's also a serial killer. So there's that. And the whole thing is just really brilliant. I think the fact that there's a serial killer and he is literally hiding in the police department and his crimes are being discovered and noticed, but he's right under their nose and nobody knows that it's him. It's so fantastic. And because he works in the department, he can kind of cover these things up and steer the blame away from himself. Now, the reason he is this way is because his adopted father, who was a police officer, when he was adopted, he started noticing that Dexter was a little bit different and that he was having some tendencies that he was recognizing as a police officer, recognizing that he was showing some signs. So instead of trying to fix him or make those things go away, he taught him instead to focus his energies, if you will, on people who are cheating the system, people who are doing things and getting away with them and not being held accountable for their crimes. And that's who he's killing. So he's killing bad people. So you definitely kind of go through a little bit of a moral dilemma, like you're kind of defending what he does and kind of getting a little excited. When he put on his murder outfit, I got a little excited. And that's completely wrong because he's killing people. He's taking lives. It's not okay. But he's taking lives of people who are molesting children and killing other people and raping women and doing all these things, and they're getting away with it. So is he really that bad? It's a whole thing. And Michael C. Hall playing Dexter is one of my favorite things ever. He is fantastic. So I'm so excited that this is coming back. And I 100% plan to watch the series again from start to finish. Another series that I would watch from start to finish, because I don't think I've watched, it's Friends, right? I don't think I've ever watched it from start to finish, like every single episode. I don't know that I've seen every single episode. I would actually have to sit down and like really look at them and see if I've seen them or not. But it was definitely a show that was always on. And if reruns were on, I was kind of watching them or having them on in the background or whatever. So over time, I may have seen all of them, but I'm not really sure. And I did not take advantage of it when it was on Netflix, and now it's not anymore. So I really hope Netflix ends up bringing it back at some point. I feel like with quarantine, they really should have. That would have been a really good idea. But that's one that I would actually like to sit down and watch it start to finish. That way I know that I've seen the entire thing, because it's so funny. It's so quotable. It's fantastic. I loved it. Another one that I know I've seen start to finish is Breaking Bad. Oh my goodness, this show, another complex character. So this follows our main character, Walter White, and he is a high school chemistry teacher. And he gets some pretty bad news that he has cancer, and he is planning to go through chemo and do all the things, but he can't afford it because that stuff is expensive. And so in order to pay for that, and also to kind of set some money aside for his family in case he doesn't make it and he wants his family to be set up and be, set up for life, basically, he decides that he can figure out how to make meth and sell it and be successful. And he teams up with Jesse Pinkman. Oh my goodness. Jesse Pinkman, who my mom to this day will quote his famous quotes. Yeah, my mom does that. They team up together because Jesse is kind of in the drug business, if you will. So they work together and they come up with this product that is superior to other products. It takes place in Albuquerque. When we lived in New Mexico, we actually went and did like a little Breaking Bad tour, and we saw Walter White's house, and we saw the car wash and Jesse Pinkman's apartment, and then a few other places. I'll throw some pictures up so you can see. But we went around and did that kind of thing. So that was really cool. And it was just such a fascinating show, and just action-packed, really, really action-packed. There's a couple of spinoffs from it as well now, which I started watching Better Call Saul, but I kind of lost interest in it a little bit. So I didn't stick with that one. But Breaking Bad was fantastic, and 100% I would watch it again. And then my last one, just kind of off the top of my head, if I really thought more about it, I'd probably come up with some more, but these are kind of the ones that off the top of my head, 100% I didn't question it. The last one is Game of Thrones. I would 100% watch it again, even the last season. Yes, I would. I would watch it again. This show, oh my gosh, broke my heart. It made me angry. It made me happy. It made me laugh. The dragons were, oh my goodness, fantastic. They were some of the best dragons I've ever seen in my life. Just their detail, they looked so real. It was insane. I did not for 1 second believe that that was a fictional creature and that wasn't real. That's how real they looked. And I loved it. And the characters were, again, so complex. I really like complex characters. And it was fantastic. It really, really was. And it did shock me quite a bit, the things that were happening in there. And I thought it was brilliant. I really did. I really thought it was brilliant. So I would watch it again in a heartbeat. I know majority of the people don't like the way that it ended. I didn't mind it. But yeah, I would 100% watch Game of Thrones again. Okay, guys, so that is going to be it for me today. So those are just some TV shows that I would watch start to finish a second time through. And let me know your answers down below. Let me know if you would watch any of these again. If you haven't watched any of these, if you're interested in watching some of them, and some of the shows that you have watched that you would watch again in a heartbeat without even thinking about it. Let me know what some of those are. I know a lot of people would probably say, if I could take a guess, I would say The Office, maybe. Gilmore Girls, possibly. Firefly. I would watch Firefly again, actually. It's only one season. Those would be some of my guesses for you guys. So let me know if I'm right down below, and what some of your answers are. I'm really interested in that. And I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day.